is a great time to be a Boca Juniors fan as we make it to La Bombonera for the return of the Clausura tournament. We're running through the rounds, this round 16, and Boca Juniors on the cusp of being a Libertadores finalist and also very close to perhaps returning to the winning ways in Argentina. I'm Max Perez along with Christian Bonzo. All eyes on Carlos Bianchi.
Boca in the Clausura defeated Huracán last week 4-0. Then they won in America in Colombia. They defeated America de Cali. Now they're playing with the reserves, the B team, thinking exclusively about the game on Wednesday to make it to the final once again of Copa Libertadores. Lineups for today: Caballero will be the goalkeeper. Ibarra, he was ejected in last game, he will not play on Wednesday. González, Burdisso, and Calvo. Villarreal, Pinto, Caneo, and Ezequiel González in the midfield. Up front, Pipa Estévez and Bracamonte. The coach, the legendary Carlitos Bianchi.
They do have Carlos Tevez and Rolando Schiavi on the bench if they need an offensive or defensive presence, though.
Arsenal trying to avoid relegation and getting closer to the objective with Limia, Espínola, Ruiz, Manrique, and Cogliandro. In the midfield, Alvarez, Esmerado, Andrizzi, and Morales. The two forwards, number 21, Romero, and González. The coach, Jorge Burruchaga.
Horacio Elizondo, the man in charge, and when we return, it's time to get to business. It's hotting up in Argentina. Okay, we are ready for what should be an interesting match here between Boca and Arsenal. Arsenal may spoil it at times, but that's what they got to do. They've got to pursue it, trying to get a point.
Hey, they came all the way from Highbury. They better spoil it. Good luck to the man in the middle, Horacio Elizondo. Boca and Arsenal for the first time coming to La Bombonera, and for the first time they could participate in Copa Sudamericana, in an international event.
It's kind of funny you mentioned that, because you look at that score, you think it's the Intercontinental Cup, and Arsenal somehow won Europe against Boca, who are maybe just a step away from winning Europe, or winning South America's prestigious title for the third time in 4 years. Burdisso. Arsenal, get this. This ball put in the midfield by Villarreal. Arsenal are undefeated in their last 5 matches, despite only scoring 4 goals, and they scored 3 goals in one of those matches, the lone victory in that stretch, 3-0 over Union. So the best defense in Argentina is here, having only allowed 9 goals in 17 matches.
Just warming up. At the end of the day, it's just 11 against 11 on the pitch.
Calvo. César González, who gets the chance to start today because Schiavi is being rested, as is Diego Crosa.
Crosa pulled a muscle on Tuesday, and he won't play the rest of the season.
Oof. They need numbers, Boca, especially being still alive in 2 competitions. Just to update you on the Copa Libertadores, Boca won the first leg over America of Cali by the score of 2-0. Goals by Schiavi and Tevez, who are both on the bench today. The other semi-final, Santos won the first leg of Brazil, 1-0 in Brazil over Independiente Medellin. Pinto gets it over to the right side where Villarreal was waiting. There is Hugo Ibarra as well.
Well, other things are happening this week in Boca. Alfredo Moreno. Remember Alfredo Moreno? He was sold to Locomotive in $1.5 million. Marcelo Delgado is going to Cruz Azul in Mexico. El Chelo Delgado leaving Boca. Barijo came back from Switzerland.
Lokomotiv Moscow. There's an ex-Racing player whose name escaped me who's playing at Saturn in Russia. So there's Argentinos now in Russia, which has got to be quite an achievement down south. Burdisso. Ibarra. He's playing here today because he won't be able to play in the second leg of the Libertadores semi after picking up a red card Every time America of Cali play, it's always really hairy, isn't it? Always some red cards flying and bad blood brewing.
Blue. Pablo Jerez will be playing as a right-sided fullback instead of Ibarra.
A great chance for young Jerez. Here is Ibarra. Villarreal. Pipa Estévez. Javier Morales.
Nice ball.
Christian Alvarez on the right. Back to Boca, Caneo. To Burdisso. Really, Boca Juniors youth system being illustrated in full force here with the likes of Caneo. To mention Pinto, César Gonzalez, even Wilfredo Caballero, the keeper, starting today in this very important match.
But Miguel Caneo already played against Huracan. They defeated Huracan 4-0. Also played a few minutes against América de Cali in the semifinals, so he has some experience. Absolutely nothing from Bracamonte.
Guillermo.
James.
Look at that stare.
Bond.
Who is number 2?
Guillermo Barros-Queloto.
Esmerado. Won by Boca. It was Eke Gonzalez. Estévez with Bracamonte in the box. One goal this season for the former San Lorenzo midfielder slash striker.
Sometimes it takes the players, especially the forwards, like 10-15 minutes just to warm up, just to get into the game. Now, that's the clear example of how players change once they are on the pitch. Guillermo Barros-Queloto, so calm off the pitch, and he is so different once he's playing. Very aggressive, very talkative.
Player down for Arsenal is Martin Andrizzi, who used to play for Boca.
We did not get a chance to see what really happened. Sometimes players injure themselves. Hopefully we see the replay. If not, there's another player on the ground right now.
This, I think, is Adrian Romero. And right now, Arsenal are down to 9 men.
You know, I think, well, hopefully not. He doesn't have a cut, you know, in the back of his head. Elviasio Elizondo obviously decided to stop the play. It is number 9, Silvio Gonzalez.
I don't know if he's cut, if he pulls the hands back and looks at them. He just may have taken a knock. And now look at Arsenal. They want Horacio Elizondo. This is very strange. It's finally the training crew comes out.
Well, only 6-7 minutes into the game, just warming up, as we have been saying, but too many interruptions. This is the second time in only 7 minutes that we have stopped and play. So we have a chance to talk about, for example, Jorge Burruchaga and Carlitos Bianchi, two of the best strikers in the history of football Argentino. Burruchaga, of course, remembered for that glorious goal
in the World Cup of 1986 in Mexico City.
Remember, Argentina up 1-0, 2-0, then Germany came back to tie the game.
Where's Germany, pal?
And then with only 7-8 minutes from left to play, Maradona got the ball in midfield. Beautiful pass to Burruchaga, the run, and then with Briegel, he was right behind Burruchaga, and the goalkeeper put the ball in the back of the net. Argentina, for the second time, world champions.
What a memory you have. I mean, just the details of it all. I could visualize it as I closed my eyes there. It wasn't because I was tired. I was just visualizing.
I was 21 at the time, so it isn't that hard to remember, you know, what happens when you're 21.
We'll check back a few years from now. You'll see.
Thank you, though.
Pipa Estévez. Taken by Cogliandro. The ball in for Andrizzi. Last time we were here at Estadio La Bombonera, it was the Super Clásico, which ended 2-2. Now back on June the 1st. There is Jorge Burruchaga. Just a few years ago was playing with Independiente.
Had a brief stint in France. He played for Nantes.
That one headed out by César González. Bracamonte, look at the new do. The curly hair. Scored a hat trick in that victory over Huracan, and really his first appearance for Boca all season. He's out of the picture for the time being as he's in the reserves. Not bad to get called up and score 3 goals in your first match, even though it was against Huracan. So they've allowed 40 goals. Compare that to Arsenal, who have allowed 9. Estévez. The back of the 18. He's got a chance for Bracamonte. Coming up the midfield, Pinto. González.
You still have to put the ball in the back of the net 3 times, so that's a great effort. It's all about Boca now. Huh? Absolutely nothing happening in front of the goal, and that is what we want. Some action. No work for the goalkeeper, Oscar Limia, and absolutely nothing happening in front of Wilfredo Caballero, Boca Juniors' second goalkeeper. We could sing along. Dale, 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 Boca.
Dale, 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 dale. Oh, I can stop any time now.
Yeah.
Cogliandro. Here's Pinto. Not a good ball.
It didn't pick up anyway.
No. We gave it a few seconds. It was Manrique. Into the area. Or Silvio González, who is much better these days.
That's a face. That's a happy man. Emilio Taibi. A good cross. Obviously, the sun is bothering a little the goalkeeper and whomever's waiting for the ball. It seems to be offside. Yeah, you see the flag up. Only the first chance created by the visitors. Ernesto Taibi.
No relation to Massimo Taibi.
The goalkeeper?
Still, I saw him playing for Atalanta, who just got relegated. Burdisso. Only 21. He's been around for a few years now, so he's going to be a seasoned player at a very early age. Espínola. Up the near side, Alvarez, and he's got a corner.
Such a nice effort. Good run, very smart. Off the rebound, he gets the first corner kick of the game.
Beyond the far post, now cleared away. Eke González. Estévez. That one blocked by Cogliandro. Very strange position for Boca to be in. You're in round 16 of 19 rounds, and you got to rest so many players because of Libertadores. You want to leave with 2 trophies, but you want to make sure you leave at least with 1. And Boca in a precarious position. making sure that they don't leave empty-handed.
If they advance, if they make it to the final, this is the team that will continue playing in the Clausura.
Oh, wide open! Follow from Bracamonte. It was actually Burdisso.
It doesn't get any better than that. It should have been a goal.
Cesar Gonzalez still can't believe it. Again, this time Villarreal at the near post. Villarreal heads it in, cleared away by Cogliandro on the right side. Villarreal.
They both made a mistake. Ezequiel Gonzalez pointed at him. He wanted the ball, and then he doesn't make the run. Ibarra, who was also involved, should look before he makes the pass. That should have been in the back of the net. Nicolás, Burdisso, both central defenders involved in the offensive play. Gonzalez first, and Burdisso wasting the best opportunity of the game.
Cogliandro. Romero. Oh, nice turn. Romero. And sent the other direction. Just to let you know, in the Clausura tournament, Vélez Sarsfield played yesterday. They drew with Racing 2-2. River Plate are playing a little later, so right now it's Boca and Vélez at 35 points. River Plate at 34, with Vélez having played an extra game. Those three really battling out. Estévez, the cross gets through. Eke's there. Things picking up here a quarter of an hour through. Play through again, but missing both targets, Gonzalez and Bracamonte. There is Miguel Caneo.
Good run on the right. Oh, this is the previous one. That defense doesn't look very solid, to be honest with you, Max. Too many mistakes, too many rebounds inside the penalty area.
It'll be a Boca throw-in. Here's Gustavo Pinto, who at 24 years of age has to become one of the senior members of this Boca team. Gonzalez, ex of Rosario Central. That intercepted. Chance here for Silvio Gonzalez. For Romero. Romero. Knocked away by Burdisso. Still with Arsenal. Andrizzi. Headed out by Pinto. Cleared away by Caneo. Estévez. Gonzalez having his difficulties. Espínola. Ruiz. Calvo. Matias Manrique. Half man, half Rique. Estévez. That's a better ball from Gonzalez. Does it slow for Villarreal? No, it's out of play, and he barrels into the signage.
Boca using the right flank to attack much more than the left one. Another good opportunity created this time by Gustavo Pinto. Oh, such a nice crowd. They came in force to support once again Los Ceneses. They're having a good time, fighting to make it to the final of Copa Libertadores once again, and top of the table in Torneo de Clausura.
And don't forget, this is the first tournament for Carlos Bianchi back. Morales. Hugo Ibarra captaining the side. Another whistle. This will favor Boca right in front of Jorge Burruchaga. Didn't really care. Caneo.
By the way, I saw the actor that you say, Bianchi, looks exactly like
Larry David?
And yes, he does.
Thank you. Curly Larry. And Mo. I've confused myself. Caballero. That one taken by Cogliandro, the 26-year-old left back. He pushes through. Now in the corner, that was Christian Alvarez, who takes the set pieces for Arsenal.
"20 minutes already into the half, 0-0. We want to see goals."
Bracamonte the target, Alvarez. Nice ball played across to Andrizzi. Gonzalez. No help. But Arsenal playing a little further through than they usually do. Sometimes watching them, it's a bit difficult as that ball slips in for Gonzalez. That's what you would expect when you only score 8 goals, but pushing forward, probably sensing that they're playing against a younger, inexperienced team in Boca.
Boca's defense looking very, very inexperienced. Arsenal's line of forwards looking very, very ineffective. Not the best combination right there.
Back to Burdisso. Bianchi. He brought so much success last time he was at Boca, winning the 2 Libertadores, winning 3 tournaments, having a stretch of 40 matches where they did not lose. Romero. The first ever visit to La Bombonera for Arsenal.
Let me give you quickly the bench, both benches. Boca with Muñoz, Schiavi, Silvestre, Fabro, and Estévez. The visitors with Caldeira, Cantero, González, Grondona, and check this name out, Gareca.
And Grondona, a relation to one of the founding members, or not the family members, one of the current front office people for Arsenal in Julio Grondona.
Yeah, but Gareca used to score a lot of goals.
Yes, and now he resides on the bench in Arsenal. He's very humble. That one put forward for Gonzalez, who couldn't control it. Now it's Esmerado, Romero, Andrizzi. Back to Romero. Taken by Wilfredo Caballero.
Once again, Boca's defense making too many mistakes, easy mistakes. Mistakes that shouldn't be made. And another good chance wasted by Arsenal.
Espínola. Back to win it, Estévez, Villarreal. Andrizzi. Calvo. Caneo. Burdisso. Clipped up that time was Hector Bracamonte.
We don't see much of number 32, but as you can see, he moves very well without the ball. This is one of the few chances created by Arsenal. Take a look at another mistake by the defense, this time Cesar González. The shot taken by Silvio González. Easy save there by the keeper Caballero. Let's see if they take advantage now of this setup play. A free kick looking for the header of that man, Bracamonte.
Staying on his line is Limia. We haven't really mentioned either keeper's name, which you never want to do too often. You want to mention his name a fair bit. That's a good ball by Alvarez. And a short-lived attack. We do apologize for some audio difficulties we are having. We are going to remedy that as soon as we can.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. It's the third satellite from the left.
Already up there.
Cutting across Manrique. Into the 18-yard box it goes. Taken over there by Gonzalez. It is a corner kick for Arsenal.
The second conceded in the first half by Boca.
Burruchaga's throat's a little dry, so the assistants come up and help out. Well, Arsenal look a much better side than the last time we saw them when they played against River Plate. Played through and into the side netting. We had that match. It was won by River Plate 3-1.
Bianchi's throat seems to be a bit better, Max. He's been yelling out loud from the sidelines and evidently not very happy, not satisfied with the performance of the team in the first half.
Playing against a very scrappy Arsenal side that don't score a lot of goals, but rarely allow them. I don't want to scare you out there, so everyone just relax. But 6 times this season, Arsenal have ended a match 0-0.
Everyone's petrified now.
Boca Juniors, on the other hand, and keep in mind, they played in Libertadores, so they played like 12 more games. You know how many 0-0 games they've had? None. Crazy. He's crazy.
It's really scary.
It's scary now. I'll scare you even more if I could. Best 2 defenses in the league.
Well, hopefully that's not a premonition of yours, 0-0.
Because I know we get to see the highlights on our Football de Primera show. And it's always Arsenal involved in those 0-0 encounters. This is Gonzalez again, I believe. Oh, on the tailbone. Romero. Looking for Andrizzi. Oh! A mistake there by Cesar Gonzalez, and he paid the price. Now Calvo. Taken over that time by Morales. Morales on the near side. Alvarez. Plenty of space. The cross. Caballero. Caneo. Look at Alvarez. That's good defense. They can't get rid of it. Horacio Elizondo was about to blow his whistle. Plays advantage. Boca up the left through Caneo. And now he will blow the whistle.
And possibly we will have the first booking of the game? Yes.
Yes.
It took Elizondo 30 minutes for the first booking. A foul from behind. Not much in it, though. Darío Espínola, number 4, with a yellow card.
Pinto. Estévez. Cuts in. Now his cross. Bracamonte. Espínola. Goal kick.
Estévez is such a good crosser of the ball. And he seems to do that only when Braca is not on the pitch. Now we need those crosses for Bracamonte to be a threat up in the air. He's so good doing that. Not getting very good service though, number 32.
Arsenal have the throw-in. Only one change to the starting 11 for Arsenal, which drew at home with Banfield last week. Big moment for these players as they make their first visit to the fabled Estadio La Bombonera. And now a corner kick won by Gonzalez, who is limping a bit. It's like he's been through it already. Ruiz, the center back, comes up. Manrique.
That was corner kick number 3, not a bad number when you're playing on the road at La Bombonera.
Gonzalez. Again, good defense from Alvarez. Now he comes out with it. Oh, he lost it, and he's won it back. Christian Alvarez, very good start to his day. This time it's Romero down. I think Romero and Gonzalez have both been down twice now. Romero just 21, Gonzalez just 22, so some good-looking young players for Jorge Burruchaga to mold. You can see that big scratch on the leg of Gonzalez. There it is.
Wasn't that a foul? Wouldn't that be a booking? When did that happen? Such a nasty cut there.
Ibarra. Gonzalez.
Do you even know how that it's gonna hurt tonight, tomorrow when he goes to bed, when he takes a shower? I mean, so much that soccer players go through that people don't even take notice.
And there's always the chance for infection.
Hey.
Here's the cross for Bracamonte. Manrique behind him. Gonzalez was going to line one up, took way too long. Cogliandro. Just saw Carlos Tevez on the sideline, and he had an amazing goal for Boca against America in the semifinals against America of Cali, I should say. Playing very well. We hear maybe Bayern Munich is interested in his services. Villarreal. Ibarra. It'll be a Boca throw-in. Bracamonte. Here's the shot. Very close from Gonzalez.
Not much from the playmaker. The only chance created by Boca, ironically, by Ezequiel Gonzalez. Great work by Bracamonte. He sees Gonzalez in front of him, lays the ball with the inside of the left foot. Great technique by number 10. Oof, inches off the post. Though if Estévez is warming up, Ezequiel Gonzalez would be one of the options to be replaced in the midfield.
Carlos Bianchi wants to win this Clausura tournament, obviously. It's been a while since Boca's won one, especially by their standards, and Estévez will be ready if needed. Great ball across, Manrique! Goal! Goal! For only the 9th time in 16 matches, Arsenal have scored. It's Adrian Romero with his 3rd of the season, and La Bombonera is stunned.
See, that happens when your defense making way too many mistakes, when they don't look solid enough. Once again, another rebound. When Boca were the better team, when Boca were dominating the proceedings, beautiful. The second header, always so dangerous. The two central defenders, nowhere to be found. Goalkeeper trying his best, one-on-one, off the rebound. Another Arsenal player, Romero, to put it in the net. That's the key right there. 1-0. It's not going to be a 0-0, Max. That's for sure.
No. And I couldn't be happier.
A good chance also to mention the keeper Caballero. You were talking about that when he goes get the ball in the back of the net. Exhilarating moments for the goalkeeper. 1-0. Surprisingly, the visitors up in the score.
And needless to say, being their first visit here, this would be their first win at La Bombonera. That's a feat teams take years in accomplishing. And maybe the biggest victory in the club's history. We'll see. They can hang on a long way to go. Espínola. Oh my, is this Gonzalez again? 3rd time he's down, this time holding his cheek. Manrique sends it upfield. Oh boy, it's been a rough one for him. May have been hit on the bridge of the nose.
Could have been an elbow, could have been...
You talk about how it's going to sting in the shower. It's really going to sting now. And the yellow card is out for Horacio Elizondo, and it's going to be Carlos Ruiz joining Dario Espínola. So 2 of Arsenal's 4 defenders already booked. It amazes me that a team coached by such a deft goal scorer like Jorge Burruchaga can only score 9 goals, but only allow 9. Interesting that his specialty changes when it gets to coaching.
A lot depends on what kind of players you have, too.
Limia making his 15th appearance for the club. Dangerous ball back to Caballero, who, by the way, was capped. Well, it wasn't capped, but part of the Argentine squad that was headed by Marcelo Bielsa that played in January and February. Keep in mind that the man he is behind, Abondancieri, wasn't afforded that kind of opportunity. Estévez, Bracamonte, Estévez, Caneo, Villarreal, Braca, corner.
Another wasted chance by Boca. The best collective offensive play of the half. That one should have been a goal. Pinto rescues, and then Bracamonte just doesn't know what to do with, doesn't have any time to react.
Bracamonte the target from the corner kick. Falls back for Gonzalez, gets it airborne. Gives his teammates a fighting chance at it, but it's coming for Romero, who breaks away. 40th minute. Arsenal with a shock 1-0 advantage. Boca Juniors are not too familiar with losses. 8 matches without defeat currently. 7 of those 8 matches are victories. Only 1 draw. That was to River Plate in the Super Clásico. Last time they lost was back in round 11 to Vélez.
How quickly we get within the last 5 minutes of the half. It's been entertaining with not so many chances, clear-cut chances to score.
Andrizzi. And offside is Silvio Gonzalez. A very vocal Arsenal bench. Calvo. Caneo. Throw in for Boca Juniors, deep in Arsenal territory. Actually, is a corner kick. Estévez. Ooh, at the far post, touched away by Cogliandro. Villarreal.
It is Boca keeping possession of the ball but not being very smart with it. And Arsenal, of course, trying to kill off as much time as possible. They'd be the happiest going down to the locker room, up in the score 1-0. The pressure is, without a doubt, on Boca.
Espínola. Limia. Going to be an Arsenal throw-in as it was last touched by Caneo. And in fact, it's judged to have been a free kick now. Caballero making his first league appearance. Esmerado.
Booking.
Two yellow cards already, both for Arsenal defenders.
He's not going to get it this time, though. The criteria of the referees sometimes changes within the same game. How could that not be a yellow card?
To answer your question, sometimes the criteria changes because the player just made that tackle already has a yellow.
That is his specialty. But he doesn't get good service. They get the best crosses out when Bracamonte is not on the pitch. This is what he wants. Up in the air, he's such a threat. He outjumps the defender clearly. Great movement by the neck there. The goalkeeper doesn't even move. The ball is way off the post. Keep it up. Keep looking for Bracamonte.
Andrizzi. Morales. Good touches by Arsenal. Silvio Gonzalez. The cross. One up and into Caballero. The heir apparent to Pato Abondanzieri. He may be here at Boca for a long time. Into the 45th minute. It was a slow-moving beginning, but it's picking up. Bracamonte. Yes, the flag was up. It was out of play.
Once again, they put something together on the right that is intended for Bracamonte. Good effort, but not enough to keep the ball in play by Miguel Caneo.
Nice first touch there by Andrizzi. Second one deflected. Gonzalez trying to win it back.
Dangerous play. Yep. That looked very bad. The way Ezequiel Gonzalez went with both feet like that.
He's one of my favorites, Elizondo. Does a good job. Doesn't attract too much attention to himself, like perhaps an Angel Sanchez would. Oh, Andrizzi, his cross. Alvarez. Gonzalez gets it wide to Caneo. We're into stoppage time.
That defense going to give Bianchi a heart attack.
It's not a bad quartet. I mean, Ibarra is one of the best right backs in the league. Calvo, pretty good on the left. Burdisso gets a lot of playing time in central defense. All attention really goes to Cesar Gonzalez, who's the new boy, and is getting there a bit late from time to time. He's bringing the level down. Manrique. You'd have to figure a lot of nerves for Cesar Gonzalez going through his body. This is the first appearance in league play for the defender. Into the second minute of stoppage time. Manrique. And that's the way the first half ends, with a surprise scoreline. Arsenal get the goal through Adrian Romero, and certainly a chance for River Plate, wherever they might be, to take advantage of it. A long way to go still, but our halftime score, Boca 0, Arsenal 1. Back out on the pitch with a important and a result that maybe they didn't expect, well within their sights. You see the capacity of La Bombonera, not quite the capacity of Estadio Monumental, but very cozy. The fans right on top of all the action. Not to mention they're missing one side of the stadium, which doesn't seat anyone. I'm Max Burrows along with Christian Bozzo. Boca up against it. Bracamonte. Carlos Estévez is out there for the ineffective Ezequiel Gonzalez. Well, Bianchi putting his best player available back out into the pitch.
I believe we have no substitutions in Arsenal.
Well taken by Caballero.
As soon as we have a moment, let me give you the 11 back on the pitch for the team with light blue and red from High Beauty.
Villarreal. César Gonzalez. And keep on an eye on the young Gonzalez, because if it becomes any worse, we may see Schiavi. He has had his difficulties in the back. Carlos Estévez with his first touch. Wears 19 in the Clausura, wears 11 in the Libertadores.
Boca's 11, Caballero, González, Ibarra, Burdisso, and Calvo. Gustavo Pinto, Villarreal, Miguel Caneo, and Carlos Estévez. Héctor Bracamonte and Raúl Pipa Estévez. The 11 for Carlitos Bianchi.
A pretty good side out there for Bianchi. Andrizzi. Won by Caneo in the midfield. The pace quickening here. Oh, Estévez! What a run as soon as he comes out.
Yeah, he doesn't get the call.
Ooh, and Horacio Elizondo didn't like that last word he used.
Let's just wait to see the replay, because from here it seems like you could give the benefit of the doubt to the player that's trying to create something with the ball, Estévez. Is it a foul, though? Of course it is. Isn't it?
Whoa! That time it was Carlos Ruiz creating... There's nowhere Ruiz could have gone, though.
Yeah. If it is a foul, it should have gone the other way then.
Yeah, he was stuck in there. And he got a forearm from Estévez.
There's no any other way Estévez could have gone anyway. Good call by Elizondo.
Having a good match. Caneo, Estévez. Alvarez shuts it down. Cleared by Espínola. And Romero with the free kick upcoming.
Left on the bench, Carlitos Bianchi with Muñoz, Schiavi, Silvestre, and Fabio. On the bench of Arsenal, Caldeira, Cantero, González, and those two famous last names, Grondona, number 8, and number 28, Gareca.
By the way, this Gareca is from Guatemala. Not too many Guatemaltecos making their way down Argentina, but Gareca with the opportunity. We'll see if he sees some action later on. Andrizzi over to Alvarez.
Impossible not to be a professional footballer with a name like that, Gareca. Gareca in Brazil and Gareca in Argentina, both.
And Gareca in Atlanta.
Very prolific scorers. Yep.
Ooh, free kick. Arsenal. Very close. Pinto campaigning for his side, as this man has done a nice job. And look at him forcing his way up Elizondo's arm. He has gone down time and time again. Ooh, he took it in the ribs there from Pinto.
Well, nice to see the visitors aggressively on the second half, also looking for the second goal, not going defensively, just waiting and holding on for Boca not to get the equalizer. A great chance, a set-up play. Let's see if they can capitalize on this, if they could take advantage of a good header.
Alvarez into the wall. Esmerado. Actually, it turned out to be Espínola.
Once again, the pressure is on Boca. All Arsenal would want to do in the second half is keep the ball as far away as possible from their goal.
Quick update from around the league. We said earlier that Vélez drew with Racing earlier on at the President Perón Stadium. Racing were winning the match 2-0, then 2 penalties by Roberto Nani, who now has 14 goals on the season.
12 via penalty?
A lot of them are penalties, yes. Hey, Rosario Central might still have a chance in the title chase. They won at Nueva Chicago, tough place to win, and they won 3-0. Goals by Figueroa, his 11th, Vitamina Sanchez, and Christian Pino. So right now, depending on what happens here and with River Plate, Rosario Central are in 4th place, currently 5 points back. Andrizzi. After this round, 3 more to go. Trying to intercept it was Esmerado, kept in play by Caneo. Villarreal, free kick Arsenal. It couldn't be, could it? No, it's Espínola.
Well, hopefully we don't have that many interruptions in the second half, though this one we cannot blame the player. It's an obvious foul from behind by another one that a lot of is expected of and is not really playing that well, Miguel Caneo.
Romero, he's having a great day. Romero. Corner kick. Well, Adrian Romero picking a great time to showcase his skills. Well, now it's a goal kick. As the referee assistant overruled it, I suppose.
That's a good point, Max. The players on the visiting team really don't care who they have to play, who they put on the pitch. They know that they have to go to La Bombonera, they play Boca, and they need to get a good result. If any of them also get a good performance like that one, more power to them.
That looked to me like it should have been a corner. Stick to your guns, Horacio Elizondo.
Number 21, Adrian Romero on the right side, becoming easily the MVP so far.
Hey, a good play there by Morales in front of the bench, but he does a good play and everything. Bien, yeah! That's a bit much. I'm like, all right, thank you.
No le haga fool. How about that one?
Ibarra. Pipa Estévez. Oh. Works his way around the defense of Cogliandro. Now Andrizzi. He's been pretty festive out there.
The influence of the English language in soccer, since it was brought down by the British. Let me hold on a second.
Tevez. Are you talking about names like Juniors and River?
Or like you say corner kick, we say corner, and fool is foul, shortened, you know, just fool, don't commit the fool.
Like in baseball, home run is honron.
Exactly.
This is going back to Boca. Pinto, Ibarra. Villarreal. Can't get around Matias Manrique, who's done a stand-up job in defense.
Yeah, half man, half Rique doing a tremendous job at protecting the ball and not making a mistake inside the PK, not committing any foul. Great work by the very young central defender, Manrique.
Esmerado in the midfield commits the foul. Oh, Hugo Ibarra made to look the fool. Andrizzi. Morales. Oh, wide open players on the right side. The shot! And Javier Morales gave it a lot, but not right on line.
Feeding off the mistake, they put together the best offensive play of the game. What was that?
Wow, there's mistakes happening everywhere. But you know what? You expect a little bit more out of Ibarra, and that almost cost Boca Juniors big time.
The pass wasn't so great, I don't know. Looking for Ibarra on the right side.
Looked like there was like a 4-on-2 for a second there for Arsenal. Estévez. Villarreal.
Offside. He couldn't stop running. Didn't want to be involved in the play, the last touch, but unavoidably he was offside. Great work by the defenders. Step off to the line, to the edge of the box. And there you see clearly Estévez being in an offside position.
Quickly, another result from this weekend. San Lorenzo 4, Huracan 0. So Huracan, as we said, have allowed 40 goals. The second worst defense in the league is Gimnasia de la, I should say San Lorenzo, who have allowed 25. Caneo. Estévez has provided a spark. Who will join him? Ibarra.
We were just praising Max, the center defender that didn't do that. Next play, the first thing he does, fortunately though for them, outside the PK, way too late. A nice offensive collective play by Boca. He becomes player number 3 to see the yellow card, and now Boca with a good chance to get the equalizer.
Burdisso hopping around. Estévez at the far post off the head of Bracamonte. In fact, César González.
He just goes for the ball, but somehow you know that one's not going in.
Well, Arsenal have 3 yellow cards, so caution to Diego Cogliandro. The other 3 defenders all are booked. You're next. Be careful. Arsenal should be careful. There's a very good chance they could end this match short. And Alvarez there as Pinto went flying. These players just launched themselves.
So who was the one not booked yet in defense? Oh my. Now we have a midfielder being cautioned. It is number 13, Cristian Alvarez. That looked more like a pink card though, huh? Very close to being red.
I just can't wait for the day of pink cards to arrive. Well, Boca getting more and more possession, and that's going to cause some danger for Arsenal with 4 players now booked. Ibarra. Headed away by Manrique.
A nice cut, but could he be actually even more evident with it? The defender has to be alert. Ibarra always does the same play.
Andrizzi. González. Oh, excellent play. Gets it to Romero, who unfortunately cannot find Morales on the right. We have played an hour. Arsenal still out in front, 1-0. The goal by Adrian Romero in the first half. Estévez offside.
So he is the one that's going to have to wake up in the second half. If you take a look at the bench, Boca doesn't have any other substitutions that could solve the problems offensively. Bracamonte will be waiting for the ball inside the PK. It is Pipa Estévez, the one that has to make the difference. Oop.
Caballero, tricky ball off the foot of Andrizzi. Alvarez. Gonzalez. Nice ball. Silvio Gonzalez just 22, as we said. Romero 21. A guy like Manrique just 23. They shouldn't play too good today because maybe some of the other clubs will poach him. In front.
Manrique.
No. Andrizzi.
The crowd, 15 minutes into the second half, will be getting a bit impatient. Unexpectedly, Boca losing at home at La Bombonera, undefeated in the last 8 games, to a very surprising, a good performance by Huracán in the second half.
Calvo. Pinto. He's behind the pecking order of Caneo. Certainly a guy like Bataglia also in front of him, as is Alfredo Raúl Cassini. Ibarra. Left it short. Gonzalez. The cross. Wide open. The shot. Off the side of the leg, really.
So good that Gonzalez could make it back for the second half. He's played a tremendous game. Timing the ball, good cross. That could have been the second for Arsenal. Be careful with the counter attack. Almost 20 minutes into the second half.
Well, chances are Boca will find a way to rally here, but as they are not really used to losing matches. They have played 26 games in all competitions since the season began in February. They've won 18 of them and only have 4 losses, 2 in League, 2 in Libertadores. Estévez. Manrique there.
I remember talking about the criteria sometimes changes, because for the same foul just a couple of minutes earlier he was booked. Be careful, because a foul like that could cost you a penalty and also a player being sent off. 3 out of 4 defenders for the visitors already with a yellow card.
Estévez. Manrique did well to clear it. It was a carbon copy defensive play by Manrique both times. This shot, Limia!
Good match. Boca already making the rally that you were talking about. The crowd getting into the game. That was very close.
Estévez in front and beyond the far post. It was Caneo who was flying in there. Burdisso also in the area.
That wasn't so close, but another good chance via a header. The very unpredictable Caneo now with a good header out jumping the defender. Looks like he's coming from Jubilo Iwata.
Didn't find that on the transfer page, but maybe it's nestled in there. Damn it! Up you get.
Nope.
But a handball. Arsenal have a free kick.
Estévez has been the spark without a doubt. Very dangerous on the left. That was not a penalty though. Good call once again by Elizondo.
Estévez playing well, had a sensational game. Maybe one of his best since surfacing on the spotlight here for Boca in the midweek
Now don't push your luck, huh? I would tell the defender, because from that angle.
Amazingly, Arsenal still with the lead, although Boca starting to flex their muscles a bit.
That is something he doesn't want to happen to the players like Estévez, to be fatigued, to be tired, that they just want to concentrate on the game they have to play on Wednesday. A lot of pressure right now on Boca.
Gonzalez crosses it in, knocked out by Cesar Gonzalez. Well, Vélez already stubbed their toe, only getting a point, but did come back to get that result. Boca losing here. The door opens for River Plate, who are in third place currently. They play Lanús later.
La voz del estadio. Number 10, Javier Morales, off. And walking off the pitch.
Gareca! Gareca! Gareca!
And
Patricio Gonzalez.
I was going to ask you, have you gone mad? Gareca was a good option. Burruchaga decided to go with a defensive midfielder.
Well, now we've had 4 Gonzaleses in this match. Silvio and Patricio for Arsenal, and Ezequiel and César for Boca. No truth to the rumor, Mike Gonzalez is on his way in. Oh! Goal! It's not a Gonzalez, but good old Adrian Romero gets his second. Arsenal second. Do you believe this scoreline? Perhaps the upset of the Clausura.
Those two are extremely happy. A piece of advice for Boca. Now you can start thinking about the game on Wednesday. What a goal. Golazo. Adrian Romero, who we mentioned as a possible MVP, the way he was playing in the first half. The icing on the cake. Beautiful goal. Surprisingly, Arsenal doubling their advantage.
Limia. And you can hear the Arsenal supporters in good voice. 20 minutes for Boca Juniors to fight back from 2 goals down against the best defensive team in Argentina, Andrizzi. But hey, they're the best defensive team, but they're not often up 2 goals in a match. The only other time happened 2 weeks ago when they won at Union 3-0. This is only the second match of 16 where they've scored multiple goals. So right now it could be an embarrassing result for Boca Juniors here in the 70th minute.
Regardless of what happens in the last 20 minutes, I do remember saying in the first half, at the end of the day, it is 11 against 11. It doesn't really matter.
Villarreal. Manrique. Boca Juniors were down 2 goals to River Plate 2 weeks ago. Came back to full level. Caneo, Villarreal.
Corner. And that's a great point you mentioned, Max, because Boca are known to do that here at La Bombonera.
The cross. How about Matias Manrique? He's having a wonderful match.
One of the main characteristics about Boca Juniors is getting, turning games around.
Estévez with a cross.
Over the years, they've done it numerous times. I think 728.
Oh.
Could you imagine?
I like how he turned the hips into it, and it just got the line that he was looking for. Just ripped that ball. Watch the hips. Wham! Golazo.
The announcer saying number 33, Fabio, in Boca, replacing number 20, Javier Villarreal. That's Boca's second substitution of the game.
Estévez is foul. The crowd getting into it now. Not sure what's going on. And I think it's just a throw-in now. Jonathan Fabro, by the way, making his first appearance for Boca. 21-year-old. Cross to the far post. That time it was Espínola. Ernesto Taibi, endearing himself to La Bombonera's faithful. Estévez. And then Tevez. With a cross, putting Cogliandro down.
A great moment for Arsenal for this to happen. Trying to cool off Boca a little bit. They do get Boca their 5th corner kick of the game. They gotta get a goal quickly to get back into this game.
That headed out by Carlos Ruiz. By Estévez. Ruiz giving it to Manrique, who gets it quickly up to Andrizzi, who loses it to Gonzalez. Caneo urged on. Estévez. Ibarra. Fabro. It's gotten through, looking for Bracamonte. Free kick for Arsenal.
Time flies when you're having fun. That's what they say, the visitors. 30 minutes into the second half. 2-0.
Looking for 3-0. Caballero. They wish that it flew a little quicker. Now all of a sudden Boca can't get possession. Quickly thrown in. Gonzalez. Stretching for that ball, knowing that every little play accumulates. As Arsenal look for this amazing result for them. Now Christian Alvarez is down. Alvarez, one of the main cogs for Arsenal, has played in 13 of the 16 matches.
The only player, not a defender, that is booked today. Along the other three is Pinto, Carlos Ruiz, and Matías Manrique. Surprisingly, we haven't had any players from Boca being booked today. A good behavior, that says a lot about Elito Bianchi's boys. Even in defeat. They behave gracefully.
Caneo loses it. From Horacio Elizondo. Patricio González. Silvio González. Ibarra. Goes out of play despite the efforts of Arsenal defender Matías Manrique. Ibarra. Nice little move there by Fabro, who gets a chance to impress. The cross for Bracamonte.
Absolutely nothing from number 32 in the second half. Once again, you cannot blame the forward if they don't get any quality service from the midfield, from the midfielders. As for Horacio Elizondo, I like him too. A good performance today. I do have to say that I think he's getting a lot more white hair.
At least it could be worse. Guillermo Barros Esqueloto could be on the pitch, and that gives you gray hairs if you're a referee. Well, Arsenal looking mighty good right now. Andrizzi. And Caneo plays it safe. Alvarez. Ooh, it's in the area. It's falling for Romero, and he may have been denied a hat trick by teammate Andrizzi. Silvio González is through. The corner in front and over. Andrizzi with the chance. This is getting downright scary for Carlos Bianchi.
Yep. It looks like Arsenal are getting closer to goal number 3 than Boca getting at least one in the back of the net. Great cross. That header was not just very well executed.
80th minute, Arsenal up by 2. Both goals by Adrian Romero. Arsenal looking to get into the South American Cup, their first crack at international competition, which would bring some money into the club, not to mention a victory that they could hang their hat on for many years to come. They're very close. Play on César Horacio Elizondo. Fabro wanted a handball. Estévez to Estévez. In the area. Cleared away. Arsenal also looking for only their 4th win of the season. A result that would eliminate any prospects of relegation. Knocked out by Ruiz, the eldest member of this Arsenal 11. Up it comes. Patricio González, stopped in the back by César González. If your name's González, it's going to be accompanied by your first name, I'm afraid. Calvo. Lays it through. Estévez. Estévez. Those do work very well together. He's into the 18, played across. And Fabro puts it high.
A nice collective offensive effort here by Boca, looking for one another, working with each other. Fabro not able to put it in the back of the net. Estévez once again, good move, nice run, great pass. As we once again have the announcer, La Voz del Estadio, letting us know that Arsenal are making the third substitution of the game. Adrian Romero, the MVP of this match with 2 goals, being replaced by number 8, Gustavo Grotto.
Very famous last name in Argentina for the 34-year-old midfielder. Fabro. Corner kick. Fabro. In front, chance. Bracamonte. From further back. Goal! Goal! Carlitos way. Estévez strikes 7 minutes from time, and Boca right back in it.
Plenty of time left for anything to happen. Second header, so dangerous inside the PK. Braca working so hard. A la Paul Scholes on the edge of the box. Carlitos Estévez, who came as a substitute in the second half, and he was the spark that Boca needed. Getting the ball in the net, and Boca now getting a breather. 8 minutes are left to play, plus stoppage time. Anything can happen.
Let's see how Arsenal respond. All of a sudden, the world which seemed very safe now starts to crumble around side them. '85th minute. I tell you what, being up 2 goals in the 80th minute sounds a lot better than being up 1 goal in the 85th. Achieving a point here for Boca would put him back top of the table, pending on what River Plate do later on.
It would be so painful for Arsenal, though, not to get the victory now. They were expecting to lose. They would be extremely happy to rescue a point. But now, if they go home with only a point or nothing, it would feel like all the work they've done was worth absolutely nothing. Grondona, the other player with the yellow card.
Braca. Oh! Gustavo Grondona. 5th player booked. Boca still without a booking. In front, chance. Oh, Limia! That was on its way in. Carlos Estévez taken over.
Ooh. Oh, the crowd's gonna get, they are gonna get in the game, and they're gonna get the team back into this game. Estévez could have gone to the far post. That would be logic. Good chance though, and great save by the keeper, who doesn't move Goal.
Oh, they tied it! I didn't see Rolando Schiavi come in the match, but he did, and he scored a goal to make it 2-2.
They were having so many problems defensively. Rolando Schiavi feeling like he's Marito Kempes for a minute here.
He just came in.
Doesn't even know what is going on. I'm a defender. Why am I celebrating? La Bombonera going crazy thanks to number 2. Cambio en Boca Juniors. La voz del estadio, the announcer, she's going to say that Schiavi came on as a substitute. Oh, lucky for the defender. He's the hero right now.
Second goal of the season. Is there more? Schiavi actually has scored in back-to-back games now. He scored in Libertadores, so he's pretty useful on those set pieces. Is Boca really going to steal it now?
Plenty of time left again.
Fabro! Actually, Bracamonte, I tell you, 80 minutes of hard work of Arsenal leveled on some 7 minutes of eager activity from Boca.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that was Rolando Schiavi's first touch of the ball. Talk about effectiveness.
I really feel for Adrian Romero, who's on the Arsenal bench, scored the 2 goals, left the game with them up 2-0, and seen this happen. Maybe it was too good to believe. And this Boca Juniors side, who sometimes you watch them play and you're like, it can't be. They can't be perhaps a Libertadores finalist and top of the table in Argentina. They just don't look that good. They keep winning. They keep getting results.
Team B must not be feeling pretty well because they only got back into this game and they're only getting the point because of the 2 substitutions. First, Estévez and then Rolando Schiavi scored the goals that Boca needed.
And here it is. Look at Schiavi find a little panic.
Oh. Seems like it could have been saved by the goalkeeper. He didn't have that much power, but it's going down right to the corner. So difficult for the goal. Very lucky, Schiavi.
And you know, he was brought in as an offensive weapon. I don't think they brought him in for defensive purposes because everyone's still out there. Gonzalez, Burdisso, Ibarra.
They brought Schiavi to do that, to get the
score a
header.
goal, and he did. Carlos Bianchi, just when you think you know all the answers, he changes the questions. I believe I heard 3 minutes of stoppage time yet to come. What a finish.
Great point you make, Max, because obviously down in the score 2-1, Carlitos Bianchi is not going to look at the bench and go, okay, Schiavi, go. Unless he could score, and unless he could score via header, which is exactly what he did.
Boca now look to do the unthinkable and score 3 unanswered in about 8 minutes. Estévez, second effort. 3 players were there.
And now not only he is thinking he's Marito Kempes, he's acting like him too. Get back in there.
He's got to love this because I don't have to do too much defending. I'm just... And there's another striker. He's got Martin Palermo-itis.
Next week I want shirt number 9.
Into stoppage time we go. And is this the first yellow for Boca? Bracamonte with the first header.
I don't even know what made me think of Marito Kempes. Actually, he played for other teams, Rosario, River, not for Boca.
It's the hair.
Just the look, yeah.
The skinny hair, the skinny body.
Long face. And look at the header.
Final substitution for Arsenal. It's Facundo Gareca to the rescue. He's actually not Guatemalan. He played in Guatemala, but Argentine from Tucumán. Caballero. Bracamonte. Working hard to win that ball back was Caneo. Free kick for Arsenal.
Even with the point, even with the draw, they are going to go home satisfied but not happy, because it feels more like a loss. This is a game they could have won. Not necessarily they should have won, but they could have won. And hey, who knows what's going to happen? 2 minutes left. They could easily lose the game.
Oh yeah, Caneo. Esmerado. Leaves it for Alvarez. 2 minutes of stoppage time complete. Ibarra. Estévez. Headed down. Fabro. Mishit it. Andrizzi. Not a good cross there by Gareca. Gonzalez, that's César Gonzalez. Free kick, Boca. Maybe the last throw of the dice. Flicked on. Is it a corner? Yes, it is. Woo. Estévez. Desperately stopped by Ruiz. That's the end of the match. You wouldn't have been able to tell me it would have been this memorable at halftime when it was 1-0 Arsenal, but what a battle. Boca come back from 2 goals down for the 2nd time in 3 weeks. Keep their title hopes alive, courtesy of Señor Schiavi. The final score from La Bombonera, Boca 2, Arsenal 2.